Good evening, everyone. This is Gil with Camppatton Family Compound. With me tonight, we have Tammy at Rebel Canners and Mark at ChefTech. It is time for the Monday Night Fireside Chat. And tonight's topic, starting topic is jars for canning. And how's everybody doing out there? Let me jump over here to bring up the... there we go. Got the comments up. Now I can see everybody's comments. So let's say hi to everybody. First one in was Crew 1351, followed by Mark. He said hi to everybody. Then Sandra Volmar. Then Diana. And Uncle Richard. And Diana. Some of them are hitting on both sides. Let's see here. Little Lone Prepper's here. Shady Hill Homestead is here. Jake Husband is on your side there, Tammy. And let's see. And Geeky Gardens is here. All right. And so we got a few more that are just lurking. Lurking's fine. If you get a chance though, hit the thumbs up. Say lurking or listening, and that's good for that. And okay, so Tammy, you're still muted, and Mark's still muted. I think he wanted away to grab some of his jars.
I had some noisy dogs here too, so I was just waiting until it was just a little bit clearer.
Noisy dogs are nature. And if you live in the country, they are country nature. They're expected.
Four of them barking at once, and they're all very large dogs and one little yappy dog. Not so much.
Yeah. Mark, I can just barely hear you in the background. I only noticed it because I saw the ring
moving.
Yeah.
He's got the big horse ball in his mouth. And yeah, he whined when I tug on it. That's his game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with it. I mean, we have to be absolutely quiet and listening hard to hear you say.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. My microphone was over my head. Duh. Yeah, exactly. I was playing Mr. Martian there, putting my antenna up, trying to get signals.
All right. So tonight's topic, actually, we're going to talk about all sorts of jars. We're going to talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of old-time standard companies that have shortchanged us. We're going to talk about some new companies coming out, putting some good stuff out. But I want to start it off with something that I've seen online, different chats and stuff. They get mixed up as far as what is a lug lid and what is a continuous lid. I got pictures from the stuff.
Hold on, Tammy's going for it. She's got the demos.
I picked one out of the trash today for us.
And the trash.
I went to the recycling center and they had jars. Where did it go? And it just got washed. Where did it go? See, it was a commercial jar. And it had a lug lid or a one-piece continuous lid, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's a one-piece lid.
Yes.
Not a lug lid. A lug lid is like the ones on the pickle jars. They're short collars on them, and they got the little
grippies.
Yeah, the little grippy things underneath it. That's for the threads. Yeah.
So basically, when you have your rings and lids, that's something totally different than continuous thread or lug lid. Lug lid and continuous, they have the rubber is embedded or vulcanized to the lid inside.
Yeah, like that.
Yes. That is a lug lid.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so let me bring up I got some pictures here. So there you have continuous lid or one thread only, no lugs on the lid. So it's just like a mayonnaise jar or or anything. Just you screw it on.
A lot of the commercial not commercial, but the semi-commercial big jelly companies, they use that style. They don't use the thin ones like Smuckers and that. They use the full-size one you got on the left there. I mean, I got a bunch of big companies around here that make jelly, local stuff, seasonal stuff, and they all use those jars. And I buy those lids. I buy those, but I don't use them for canning. I use them for storage.
All right, so the lug lid or lugs on lid is also called a twist off lid because it's not, you got like an eighth of a turn and once it's off. All right. So, and they come in just about every one of the lug lids comes in European measurement.
Yeah. Millimeters.
Yeah.
Metric system.
And so, some of them have like the two on the left here. You can't tell there's no dimple in it. Like the red one there, you can see, as I can here, see that dimple in it. So when it goes boom, boom, it makes a popping sound, just like other lids. And so you wanted to find out what size you need to do. You measure from the inside of the lip of the lid, not the lugs, across to it to find out what size it is if you want to order more. The jars are good. The jars are better quality than current ball jars by far.
So just to be clear, I think anybody who's using that style lid and jar is going to have the matching jar with that lid because they got it. They're not going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody. You could probably buy them. I wouldn't buy those jars with those lids unless I was starting a company.
Yeah. Well, what it is that those lids do go bad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many times using it. Yeah. But essentially, if you got good jars and you've used the lids 10 times and you go, I think I need to get new lids. They're looking kind of iffy on when I'm looking at the inside there. Yeah. There are a lot of companies in the U.S. where you just give the size and stuff and you can order them and replace them, which is kind of cool. Let me go down to the next picture.
Only time I do that is for my gallon jars and half-gallon jars.
Yes. We have a bunch of the gallon pickle jars.
Yes.
Yeah.
That the lids were shot. I don't know why. Brand new. I'm looking at it like, eh. Okay, so
somebody probably put a pair of pliers on it to open it or banged it with a knife to try to break the seal to open it. My wife does that.
Sorry, I've been going full steam all day. I didn't have lunch. I didn't even have breakfast. So I'm eating steak right now, guys, so I apologize. So these are a type of bale lids, the more new modern type. And this has, I'm looking at it, you probably can't tell there, but looking at it on my big 40-inch monitor over here, I can see a little thin white gasket in there. A thin white gasket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're not thin when they're not compressed. It's when you compress it, they squeeze. They meant to.
Yeah.
There's my babies.
Yeah, this is the old style top of looking down on it where you got the glass lid and it has the little two ridges, so it forms a little valley there for the bale strap to go into it.
And there's two. So the one you're looking at there, if you see where the one that goes over the lid, it comes down on the side there. You notice a metal band going around that jar. That's a curd jar.
Kind of rusty.
Yeah, well, kind of rusty, but they did that because go back to the other picture. Oh wait, you have one more picture, don't you? It shows the sides of those. There, yeah, there it is. So Ball cast the pivot points for the bale wires in the glass. Kerr didn't want to do that. Or maybe they did in the beginning, because I think I have some curd jars like that. But it was cheaper to not cast that. They could cast just the jars, and they put a metal band around it like the previous picture. And on that band has these little metal tabs with holes in it. Yeah, that one. You can see the little holes in. I have a ton of those that were not my mother's. My mom had all the good ones. I bought a bunch of them on eBay, or not eBay, Facebook Marketplace like 15 years ago, and I brought them home. I took out the good ones. Those I wouldn't trust those to water bath in, because those little metal ears are the only thing keeping the pressure down.
Mhm.
And if those little metal ears rot out, break, or bend, yeah, and you can't make those. You probably could if you're really handy, but the other ones with the glass that are embedded in the glass, oh, I'll use those all day long. I have tons of extra bales and glass lids and gaskets.
All right, hang on a second. I got to mute myself and yell at the kids that their mother has dinner ready across the street.
Food.
Anyway, I'll tell my story. I had to go to the recycling center, and I needed bubble wrap. So while I was there, I of course had to look into all the dumpsters, and I found 4 quart jars that somebody had been very nice, and they had marked it with a marker so that you would know they had a spot on them. But I'm having them melted down and made into spoon rest. So I snagged those to make spoon rests. And then I snagged that one that had the top like that so I could use it for tonight.
How are you going to melt them down? You do it, or you have somebody do it for you in a furnace?
I have somebody that has a glass kiln.
Oh, okay.
And I'm taking him jars and he's melting them down. And then, yeah, I'm paying him to do it for me. And of course, I don't want to use my good jars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Take the ones that have a nick at the nick out of the neck.
Was
you can't
really
use.
Good. Before they put them in the recycling, because they knew people like me would come along, they circled where the nick is on the jar.
No, they probably circled it when it was on their shelf, so they knew not to use it, and they're like, "Screw it, just throw it in the recycle bin."
But I'm going to recycle them into artwork, so
there you go.
And here's a different style.
Yes, those are a pain in the butt ski to keep on a jar.
You guys may not be able to see it. The only reason I can see it, like I said, it's on my 40-inch monitor over here. It says ball, and down below it in the glass says Sure Seal.
I think a lot of them said Sure Seal on them, or Strong Shoulder and stuff like that.
Yeah, they always had they put their slogan on there for why they were the best sealing jars around. Nothing wrong with that advertising. Yeah.
So, yes, there are a lot more different types than just this to can with. And if you're a Rebel canner, you use this and as many as the others that are safe for you to use.
Yeah.
I did meatballs in the one-piece continuous lid one, and in lug lids as well. I only had one not sealed because I filled it up, half inch from the top, head space, blah, blah, blah. And it swelled up and a little out and got gunk in the between the thing, and it didn't seal. So I was like, okay, this is the one we're eating right now.
Sometimes I really like when that happens.
Yeah, Danny did. He was like, oh, we got to eat this. Ooh, can I have some? All right, got a bowl out. Oh, hot. There you go. There's some hot ones. And he just snarfed them. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, like Tammy, I mean, how many thrift stores and stuff do you stop at a week or a month? I saw that face.
You should maybe ask me a day.
Okay, how many a day do you stop at? One a day.
There's a reason though. Okay, it is a tax write-off for me right now. So when I go to my daughters to babysit, I will stop at the thrift store because I can write off that as a business, that mileage as a business expense.
Yeah.
And she lives a quarter mile or less than from this thrift store. Yeah. So I will stop there so that I am legal. IRS, I'm actually stopping. But I did just on Friday, and you might probably saw my post. I went and got a booth space, and I am doing an antique booth for a little side income, a little side hustle. I have and I've been kind of side hustling on eBay for about 4 or 5 months too. 6, 7 months. 7 months I've been side hustling on eBay.
Do you have to man your little
No, I just
or
take my
you just
stuff
have
there.
prices on stuff, they take it to the front, right? They
No,
don't steal it.
it's the cheapest storage unit I've ever found. For the price of a storage unit, I have a 7x4 space, and I am selling off my little nicky nackies I found that people like. So
Cool.
we'll see. I don't know if it'll do any business. This is a trial run, and I'm not sure this is the best place to have one necessarily. It's not well known in this area, so I'm gonna have to do some PR for it.
Yeah.
But I'm storing all the stuff that I have cross-posted to eBay there. So I'm not really losing any money because I'd have to pay to store it somewhere else anyway.
Yeah.
Now, as long as you don't have it out for sale and somebody buys it, when then somebody on eBay buys it and you go to get it, it's like, oh shit, it's gone.
Well, then I'll have to cancel the sale on eBay. As soon as it gets sold, if something gets sold at the shop, then I will cancel the posting on eBay. So far, it hasn't happened.
Yeah, you also put on you tell it it's cross posted anyway on eBay. You just say also for sale privately at a flea market.
Well, I don't have to do that. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
And then I actually sold $48 worth of stuff this weekend, sitting at home posting it on eBay. So, with my car being out of commission, and it's going to be almost $2,000 to fix it, I've been really pushing getting stuff posted to eBay.
What happened to the car this time?
Well, I got hit twice.
Oh yeah.
The carriage, which is what we used to call an axle, but it's what holds both wheels, everything the wheels.
Oh, the rear, the whole rear subframe assembly, whatever. Yeah.
Front, even worse, it's the front carriage.
Front subframe.
It's what holds the engine up.
Yep, and the lower control arms on, and the struts,
the control arms, and the struts, and
what happened to that? Did it get bent?
No. Apparently it was rusting out, and when they hit it, there was nothing left holding it but like a tiny piece of, like, when I went in there, the piece of rust holding it together was like this big left.
Oh, goody.
Like, I don't know why the engine didn't just fall and hit the ground and take out everything under the front end of my car. So I'm very lucky I got it in when I did, but it was also going to cost me almost as much as what I spent on the car that isn't paid for yet. So yay me. Only me. It could only happen to me. I swear.
Angel's Homestead said she's got some of the wreck jars.
WEC, W-E-C-K, WEC.
They're like the last ones you showed, only way better.
Did he freeze?
Yes.
He's awfully stoic.
Very, very stuck in place. I absolutely love WEC jars. I have used them for a lot of things. I like them for fermenting a lot because they can open up and easy and get in and out. And I do use them for canning some things. I like the lids for canning. I don't know
why I didn't think of that. Thank you for smacking me upside the head, Tammy. When I made my kimchi, I should have used my quart jars with the glass lids and the gas. No, well, I have the bale style. Because I don't have to clamp them down. I can just leave it at the first notch, and it's enough to pressure. Thanks, Tammy. Thanks.
You don't listen? Do you not?
No, I don't listen. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I have posted about that. I've done a video about doing that.
Yeah, well, I like to learn for myself.
Everything here went dead.
You were
on this side, everything's a.
Yeah, you went all stoic. It was a good still shot of you. You were just stoic looking into the camera.
Yeah.
You sort of looked like the statue of Roosevelt with your hand like.
Yeah.
We just continued and answered the question without you.
Yeah. So the WEC jar. I have somewhere saved a 1 or 2 websites where you can buy the lids and stuff for the WEC jars.
Oh, the gaskets.
Yes, you
Yes,
can buy them
yeah.
on Amazon too. And the yogurt jars take WEC lids.
Yeah, I get mine from Red Hill General Store online. I found them years ago.
Mhm.
They sell the rubbers. They're Viceroy brand. They sell the rubbers for my jars, and they also sell. I think that's where I was buying the all my parts and pieces for the All Americans.
Lehman's Hardware also sells those things too.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know about Lehman's. I just did the Google search 7 years ago. I was like, oh look, rubbers, great. I'll take them.
I know they've been good to me. I'm going to give them a plug though, and I think Kui sells too. So check out Kui.
My computer's just acting up big time here, as well. I may get totally frozen out again and have to restart again here.
That's all right. We know how to keep this stream going for you.
Yeah. Because you're all robotic sounding and frozen again.
No, he's not. Not for me.
Now
For
he's
you,
back.
maybe.
Yeah.
Now he's moving.
This is really weird. It's I can't even close down one of the PowerPoint I was running.
You're back though. I can see you and you're back.
Oh,
and you're not.
He's been back for me. I think your signal's a little sketchy too. Everybody's got sketchy signal tonight.
Who are you calling sketchy?
You're sketchy. You're rebel, sketchy rebel.
Sketchy rebel.
Oh wait, that's the same term, isn't it? It's just a synonym. Sketchy, rebel. Yeah, same thing.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe not.
He's still trying to get pictures to cooperate here.
Not quite. I'm just trying to get stuff, maybe close down a few things, and it's not allowing me to close things down.
Roll.
Microsoft's really putting the hurt on people with Windows 10, trying to make their systems malfunction as much as they can to make them upgrade to a piece of crap.
Oh yeah, mine. I told you I went internally and shut down the updates. Oh no, it updated itself anyway. My daughter told me, she was like, "Oh yeah, they know people were doing that, so they went in quietly and just undid it." So you have to go in there every day. Every time you turn a computer on, you got to shut it back off again. I'm like, I am not digging that deep again, unless I leave a shortcut on my desktop for it.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. You were mentioning doing a side hustle with selling the knickknacks and stuff.
I have found out the key to how to find out what people are actually buying. So when you go to the thrift store, you can find those items that people are actually buying, like right now, not a year ago, or So I have been taught the wise ways of thrifting for not just things you want for yourself, but for others. So I might do a video on it.
Monday, I went up to the distillery to get 8 or 10 275-gallon totes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking with Randy up there, and he goes, "Yeah, you want more? The more you take, the bigger discount we're going to get." And so I took, he was talking to me, he said, "Hey, we'll sell them to you at $50. You sell them at $65, $70. We don't care. Just take them and sell them." I'm like,
Get them
out of here. Yeah.
I go, okay. I took a couple loads Monday, Tuesday morning early. Like I was there at 5:30 loading up and pulling something out while it's nice and cool. And he met me out there on the third load, and he goes, "Oh, is this your first? Whoa, what happened to all the rest of them? I've been here since 5:30, making trips." He starts laughing, and he goes, "Yeah, well, the boss said since you're taking them all, we're gonna let you have them at $40 a pop."
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, so
if I lived closer, I would have been like, "I'll take 6 because I need some at the cabin." But you're a little too far to drive from Pennsylvania all the way to Idaho Falls. I think the gas would kind of kill that deal.
Yeah.
But
it was interesting. So I got at $40 a piece, which is $1,200, and I'm selling. I put them on Craigslist and
Marketplace
here, and I had put them on Marketplace twice, once under gardening, once under miscellaneous. I sold all the last two are going to be picked up Saturday.
Oh, wow.
What'd you get for them? Like 75 a piece or 100?
I got 75 a piece, except for the one guy that was here this afternoon that took 6 at one shot. And I thought, he goes, "This is our
60.
discount." Yeah, if you take 6, there's a discount. And he took 6. Gave him a $5 discount on each one of them. So for 7, 6 of them for $420.
Nice. So you paid for all the ones you had plus a couple dollars in your pocket for fuel, and now you got free storage.
And now I just every time I go by on my way to Idaho Falls, it's like take a trip around the parking lot, around back to see what they have in back. They got one there right now. When they get 4, I'm going to call them and say, "Hey, Randy, I'm coming up to get those 4." So, but yeah. So there's my side hustle that I didn't expect to have.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. I need a roof at the cabin, and so somebody gave me their leftover garage sale stuff, and there was a lot of antique glass and stuff in there. And so I have finally had enough for a booth. So very excited.
Yeah. But yeah, my grandmother had some of the old bale type jars, but my mom didn't want them, and my grandmother stopped canning, so she gave them to my aunt. And I think I'm not sure if their oldest son took them or their oldest daughter's the same age as my oldest sister got them. They may be down in Texas with my sister and my cousin.
Yeah, I think those jars I bought years ago. I went on vacation with one of my daughters up to New Hampshire, driving her back to go to college in Vermont. Driving through, I forget where we were. We're in New Hampshire somewhere, and I made it a point to take this one different road, which I didn't normally take, to meet this woman. She had, I think there was 100 canning jars. She just listed as canning jars. She had no idea. And they all had bale lids on it. And I saw it online. I was like, okay, she was in the middle of nowhere. It was like, nobody, the population was like 50. And I asked her, I was like, what did you have these for? Were they your mom? She was like, oh no, I bought them to make wedding things for the middle of the table, but they didn't want it. It was for a daughter or something. And I guarantee you, most of the jars that are out there have already been repurposed and painted on the inside. And you never want to take a painted jar and try to clean it. You'll never get the paint out of there.
Yeah.
And everybody sells them after, the whatever they call it in the wedding table, and the little flower thing. They're like, oh, they're for, they do them and then they sell them because it's a ball jar and they're selling them for great for canning. It's like, you are clueless.
Yeah.
You painted them. No.
Yeah. No. Now.
Not even using a good acetone paint dissolver. No, because it's not going to get it all out.
No.
You're going to eat it. You're eating the paint solvent and the paint now.
Yeah.
People are always asking me what jars are worth. The value of a jar is better than the value of a car. You take the car off the lot, the value decreases. The value of the jar is worth just what you paid for it. Now, the blue glass jars go for more like $5 a piece around here.
Yeah.
But like I've seen people post them for a lot more than that. And there's this one garage sale I've been going to for 10 years. They still have the 6 boxes of blue jars that they've overpriced for the last 6 years at their garage sale, and nobody's buying them for a reason.
Well, too expensive. Nobody
really
wants to buy all of them because nobody's going to can in them anymore. People are buying them for collector pieces to put on the shelf with grandma's buttons, marbles, coins, flowers. I mean, I gave a bunch to my friend's wife. She was over the moon. I was like, here, there were no the bales were shot, and the lids were gone. I was like, so here. She was like, oh, these things are so expensive up in New York State. Oh yeah, they're expensive at the craft shows.
Now, I just did 2 videos. I think they both come out, or one comes out next month. on the most expensive, the valuable, rare, valuable jars. And I couldn't believe it. There's a couple of them that are worth like $20,000 or more. And I did a video on each one of those. The main antiques magazine is where the source of that. The odds of finding one of those is 1 in a million. And they don't say ball on them. They don't say cur on them. They don't say golden harvest, and one of them is even amber colored. So like the odds of finding a really valuable jar, even if you're finding one from the 1800s, it's not that valuable.
Yeah.
It's about $5 tops.
Diana had a question here. So how many types of jars are used for canning?
Hundreds.
Types?
Hundreds.
Like on average, 4.
Well, I mean,
types. Not style, but type, with the standard, like the ball jar with the screw down lid with the separate cap, or the ring and lid, and then you got a solid lid. But the jars, there's only like 3 or 4 different jars, except for European ones, and you probably got like 5 or 6 more in there. I mean, I've never seen hundreds of different. Not arguing with you, but
I guess she thought she was meaning like
styles.
names.
Yeah, brand names. Yeah.
Brands.
Yeah. So styles, you got your cur, ball.
That's not styles. Those are brands. You got.
But that's that style.
That's style. Ball has their own style of jar. Cur has a similar one. They're almost
the
identical.
lids are all interchangeable.
At one time they were not.
Nope.
The lids are interchangeable.
Yeah.
I mean, Superb and Azure Standard both have jars that have tempered glass. Yeah. So I mean, I guess there's different categories of style. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I said hundreds, because you can get into all these different things.
Oh yeah, I mean Martha Stewart has hers, and there's. Yeah.
I just bought a really cute jar from the dollar store because it had stars on it.
There you go. And there is one jar that Tammy didn't bring up, and I have a couple of them. The zinc lid ones.
Oh
they're usually green, and I got into lids. Yeah, I'll never use them for anything because they were problematic back then. And still
a lot of them.
Yeah, to this day, where do you put the rubber ring?
We were still using them.
Yeah, where do you put the rubber ring? I've seen people put the rubber ring on the shoulder, so the edge of the when you clamp it down, the edge of that giant zinc lid hits the shoulder, and then I have little tiny gaskets that fit up inside there too, so it seals against that ceramic insert in the zinc lid. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have any. I didn't want to can with them anyway, but I have them.
Those are the ones I use for my marbles. To be perfectly
exactly.
honest.
Marbles and grandma's buttons.
Yeah. Or I do a lot of dry goods, and I have zinc lids. I put my dry goods in it. I mean, I know they're not like super sealed in there, but I mean, my mint I dried for tea, I'm going to use within a year anyway. Does it have to be super sealed? No.
Keeps and you're not going to use your vacuum. Your vacuum sealer attachment will not fit on those. It just doesn't work. They only work on the ones with the standard ring band, the band and lid, like ball style, whatever.
And that's just for things I just only have a little bit of. Most of my teas I do in like a gallon jug. So, but they're prettier on my shelf than the other ones, and the blue keeps the light from bothering and breaking down. And
that's why they made them blue and green.
Yes,
keep the light out.
No, they made them blue because you've got to go back and go through my playlist. The Indiana glass, there is a special sand dune that is no longer there. And it was 7 stories high, and that's where all the blue glass came from, that sand dune, and because of the specific minerals in that sand, that caused the blue color. The benefits were that they helped with keeping light against the food, but they didn't do it because of that. He was actually out in New York, and they wanted to charge him an arm and a leg for the gas to run the kilns to make the jars. Well, Indiana said, come on over here and you can have the gas. We just come here and provide jobs, and we won't charge you for the natural gas or propane or whatever they were using, natural gas. So he left New York, came there for free natural gas, used the sand dune right there, located his factory next to a sand dune, and that's why they suddenly became blue for a while, until they ran out of sand dune. Literally wiped out an entire sand dune. Whole eco culture. Can you imagine what they would do now if you wiped out a sand dune? I mean, you can't move a blade of grass on a sand dune now. He used an entire sand dune.
On the ocean or on a lake or just out in the middle of nowhere?
In Indiana. It was Lake Michigan.
Oh, Lake. Okay.
Yeah. I believe Lake Michigan, or it was a lake, a big lake. Maybe not Indiana, because maybe it was Illinois, not Indiana. I don't know. Now I'm doubting myself, but he was Indiana or Illinois, and that's why they were made there for.
Well, I got something for you too on that. Similar. In Pittsburgh, California, at the Black Diamond coal mine, they hit sand in one section, and that sand was they had a brainstorm. Oh, we got a lot of sand here. We got to get out so we can get at the coal. And they were shipping it by rail over to Crockett, and at Crockett they were Atlas Glass.
Yeah. Yes.
Was doing it, and they got a bluish color out of that sand that was under the ground by the coal, and so they were doing
the minerals. I can't remember because I read the article and then I did the video on it because I had never knew that. I really thought they were making them blue on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why they can't recreate them. That's why you don't see reproductions. They can't reproduce them because they don't have. Well, they would, but it'd be very expensive to add.
Well, they do. Like Ball still does their runs on blues and browns and greens and rose colored. Now they add stuff to it.
They're adding crap to it that's not natural in the glass.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, Tammy, you'll love.
The right blue.
Yeah, here's the thing you'll love if you're ever out in the San Francisco Bay Area. Going out to Pittsburgh on Highway 4, it's the Loveridge Road exit, I believe it is. You go up there and you can take tours of the sand mines.
Oh, I should do that for a video.
We took the Boy Scouts down in there, and it was a hot day. We're like, oh man, we go down and all of a sudden it's like, oh man, this is like a refrigerator down in here.
A sand mine?
A sand mine.
I'd be scared to death. You dig out too much, the whole thing will just collapse on you like a beach.
It's like veins of it, and it's and they did it in pockets. It was they don't know how it formed. They don't know how it formed. It just it was there, and you go down to one end, it's blocked off because if you go a little farther than that one end, you're into the coal mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the walls, it's sort of like the salt mines. Like the salt is like a
huge.
Yeah.
Pillars.
And it's not the same. Like you're thinking beach. It's not.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a beach where you dig under and it just collapses on you.
No, it's not. Oh. You're not. Yeah.
There's just compacted, compressed, and they had to use the grinding wheel to break the sand loose.
Oh, okay.
But it was fall.
I think you should think more like sandstone, but not quite.
No, so once they hit it, and it would start it would just flow, and then hit a hard spot, and then it would flow, and it was just amazing. I mean, you walk in this thing, and you're looking 30 feet up and 30 feet down on the walkway.
Yeah, that would be cool. I need to do that. I have a relative in San Jose, so I'd have to go stay with my relative in San Jose and then go visit the sand mines. But that would be something. She loves adventures, so that would be something that she would love to do, I think.
Yeah, and over by Crockett is Hercules, where the Hercules gunpowder was manufactured.
Oh, Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we took the scouts all over to those different places.
That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. My parents did not spend a lot of time in California.
Yeah. But yeah,
They wanted to get to Washington, and that was.
I'm not sure. I can't remember why they didn't run out of sand. They had a boatload more of sand, but something else that caused them to move the factory from where it was somewhere else.
Yeah, well, you get different methods of mining and different extraction costs more money. Once you get to a certain level, it costs versus.
Yeah, they probably
revenue.
got bought up by Amazon. It was cheaper to bring the sand over from China.
I don't know. Well, when they ran out of sand dune, I want to say Indiana, but I don't think, because I keep saying Indiana glass, but in my mind. But when they ran out of sand dune, they were actually shipping sand by box cars and rail cars, big, like the coal style cars,
Right.
there in order to keep the factory going. And that eventually the factory shut down because they just could not get the volume of sand they needed there, and they had to move move the whole factory then.
Yeah, but yeah, the old glass making was amazing stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
have you ever been to Corning, New York, where they and to the factory where they blow the Corning factory where they
came
do
that close to going and we turned.
Oh, I got to go, and I remember it was 1976, and I got to go through and tour the factory, and we went to Watkins Glen.
We had Flemington, New Jersey. All the glass works there. We used to go there once every couple of years, and oh yeah, they were blowing glass. They had all the shops in there. It was all manually made. I don't even know if half of them are there anymore. But Flemington Glass Works in Jersey was huge. And I would go in, you could buy marbles and stuff because, my mom would give us $1 or $2. And I always bought the glass beads, which are just glass that fell on the floor and turned into like these little flat beads and like a flat marble. Oh, yeah, they were great because I would sit there and it was my favorite one. I had like 85 different favorite ones. I'd polish them, keep them in my pocket and, put them around. And don't know where. I think I found one of them the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Throw it back in a bucket.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, you talk about the flat marbles.
Well, they're not marble. They weren't marbles. They were just flat glass blobs.
Shards and
blobs
when they're molten.
China made a lot of those back in long time ago for that particular game they have called Go. Like a marble that had been melted. So it's round. It's got a little dome shape to it. So that's like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I made we used to play Mancala. Mancala's another one. I made a Mancala board. My dad had the special bit for the wood. So I made a folding Mancala board. My kids and I, we played that I forgot about that. I'm going to have to find that and play it again with my wife. But yeah, you just had the beads, and I forget how many went in each one. I think it was like 3 in each one.
But you can buy those little flat on one side.
Yeah, at the dollar store. You buy them in a bag at your craft store. Yeah.
Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 bags here. I'm making jewelry out of them, wire wrapping some jewelry to put in the booth.
Yeah. Hey, boys. Bye, boys. Go get dressed. Go hide behind the jars.
Right.
Yeah, that was called the one in, and monkey see, monkey do followed him.
Of course.
But yeah, there's one of the things that back in the 60s, Best Foods or Hellman's, and you're in a different part of the country, the glass jars they used then are thicker.
Is it
Are thicker than the go Oliver, are thicker than the Danny. Come on, go.
Bye, Danny.
Bye.
are thicker than the current ball jars.
Oh yeah.
This is a jar from the
That's a mayonnaise jar from Hellman's.
it's a mayonnaise jar, but it's the one that I get that my avocado mayonnaise in. Chosen. This is heavier duty than the old Hellman Best Food jars, which means it's like 3 times as thick as the modern ball jar.
I use those for water bathing all the time. I use all of my old ones. I won't use, of course, now they're plastic, but I use all my old mayonnaise jars. I use them for water bathing. If I lose a jar of water bath tomatoes, I'm out 15 cents from the lid because of my garden.
Yeah,
it's not a great loss. So I love to use those. Use those.
Yeah, I love getting all my friends because I think I told you I had one of my customers was a truck stop, and Food Lion truck couldn't deliver an entire pallet of tomato sauce. And I forget, it was a basil one. It's not my favorite. It's a little too sweet for me, but a pallet of it because one jar got broken and there were maggots and stuff. And the guy's like, I got to get it off my truck. They said, get rid of it. So we're all like, and I happened to be there that day. And I was just like, I looked at Diana. I was like, she's like, throw it back. She's like, we'll take it. And we just unwrapped it in the one case that had like the bugs. The bugs were all dead anyway. And they only got into the jar that was broken. And the rest of them, it was only the bottom corner. I brought, what did I take? I think I took like 26 cases of tomato sauce. I was calling all my buddies and sending them. I was like, you want tomato sauce? I'm like, yeah, why? And I told them, I was like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's got a 3-year expiration on it. And they're like, sure. I'm like, how many you want? They're like, case. I'm like, okay, you're getting 2. One guy's like, I want 2. I'm like, you're getting 4. He's like, I don't want 4. I'm like, you're getting 4. And I gave Uncle Richard's still using up. I think I have 4 more cases in the basement. Yeah. And he uses them. But the jars, I'm like, take them. I said, if you think about it when you're done, because they're Atlas jars. They're 1.5 jars, but they're smallmouth. I was like, give me the jars back. They're like, okay, every now and then I'll get a call. It's like, hey, I got a bunch of jars where I go up there with like 40 jars. I'm like, I really don't need any more jars, but sure, I'll take them.
You never can tell, you know. I'm switching hang on a second. I'm switching hats to my preparedness hat. You never can tell when crap's going to hit the fan.
Sure.
Well, a lot of times I give people stuff and they don't bring it back. So like that jar I picked up that we washed that came from the recycle center, I'm going to make jam in that. If I don't get that jar back, I'm not going to cry.
No. And all my friends know. Uncle Richard knows. He goes shopping. I'm like, go ahead, go shopping. He takes what he wants. And he always asks me, he's like, I'm like, yeah, dude, take it. I'll make more. I don't care. He takes them, and as he uses it, he's got a couple bags in his pantry closet. Every time he comes over, here comes a bag of jars.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me find another box to put them in and start filling the shelves back up again.
Yeah, and as soon as I empty jars, I like to keep my jars full. So as soon as I empty jars, I fill them back up. But I'm gearing up for summer now. We just canned green beans 2 ways. And then I have tomatoes downstairs that just were, they're still in the freezer and they need to go. So now I got to can tomatoes. And Mark, I know you're going to be happy about it because the video is coming out or just came out. I canned potatoes just for you, Mark.
Why?
And oh wait, it gets better. And I'm canning some more because I'm going to dry can them just for you, Mark.
Why?
No, my friend Linda needed them, so I helped her can them. I did another video.
Needed them? Why didn't you give her 400 of your jars? You'd never miss them.
Because we just took 2 bushels of potatoes out of her garden and we needed to can them up.
Okay.
because the potatoes were free again.
See, for me, if that was my neighbor, I'd be like, give me the potatoes. What are you going to do, can them? Nope. I would have peeled them all, boiled them, made mashed potatoes, and freeze dried. I would have had my own instant potatoes for 10 years.
I have those in the freezer.
No, I freeze dry them so they last forever. I don't have to worry about the freezer.
Yeah, I don't have a freeze dryer, but I did freeze a lot of them, and I do still have dehydrated potatoes up the wazoozas. So, yeah, I'm really good on potatoes, but I needed a video, so she said, come on over, and so I have a video.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll make sure I comment on that one.
And be sure to, I just came out. I know it's up already. I did and I think it came out today. I did the ham, green beans, and potato classic. Ham, green beans, and potatoes with the skins on.
In a jar, canned.
In a jar. Meal in a jar. Yep. So.
Yeah.
You know how many times people would ask if they could do that in Rebel Canners? I had no idea that anybody besides my mother did that. First garden meal this year. That's what it was. And I'm like, oh, we should can some of this and have it on the jar.
Yeah, if you had the pressure canner, those beans must be destroyed by now.
The green beans? No, because we just did the soup time because it had enough liquid in there. We could do the soup time.
Oh, okay.
And not
Okay.
that.
Got some questions in here. Looking at different jars, we'll not get them from Dollar General.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, one I got from Dollar General, I got because I'm going to use it for dry goods. I'm not canning in it.
No.
But I like the display, and I have a lot of different jars, so I have a lot of jars that are.
Yeah, right now Lidl has jars. They actually have ball jars, and in like I think it's 12-pack of pints. I think it was like $11. I was like, well, that's not bad. I don't need any more. And then Ollie's always has some kind of jars from like Martha Stewart or whoever. I'm like, no. What, Tammy?
Before I answer her question, I have to go back to the last question. If you're buying new jars, I would 100% get either the Superb jars, which you can get 10%. Actually, you can get 20% off. Use the code Rebel20. If Rebel 20 doesn't work, then use Rebel 10 and get Rebel Canners 20 or Rebel Canners 10 to save right off the Superb website. Or get Azure Standard. I don't have a discount code for them. I'm sorry. But if you get those jars, those are tempered glass. And they are way better than anything else you can buy anywhere in the world right now.
Yep.
Those are the top two. They're made by the same manufacturer. They're made in the USA, and they are tempered glass. So if I was buying new jars to can with, I would invest the money in those two brands right now.
Yeah.
All right. Why wasn't that time for meat and not soup? Because it was 50% liquid, so I could use the soup time, and I didn't have to overcook my vegetables.
Yeah,
So,
Uncle Richard. He's delayed a lot on his phone right now. He's like, I saved the jars. I have half a case left of the sauce. Of course he does.
Of course.
And I got 4 more cases or 6 more cases in the basement that I freeze dried some just for the. I'm like, the heck with it. Yeah, I don't want the jars. I just wanted to get the sauce out of the jars. Yeah, so I just dumped it in the tray, froze it, and freeze dried it. Yeah, so I got powdered sauce.
Yep.
Yeah. The other thing too, for those that are thinking for the first time reusing a lug lid and not sure they want to how they want to test it, water. Can some water. Make a saline solution.
Saline eye wash, saline wound solution. Put a washcloth in there, and you got a wound care in a jar. Sterile water to wash out a wound.
Is it sterilized or sanitized?
The water is sterilized because it went through the pressure cooker for the right time. The minute you open it up, don't breathe on it. Wear a mask, then it can stay considered good. But if you breathe on it, then it's only sanitized, not sterilized.
Yeah, the mask I can blow smoke through. Anyway, with
your sterile gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. So so that's an option just to test the lids and see if you the lug jars that you open and even the continuous thread 1-piece lids like on the classical with the Atlas jar.
Classical. I save those lids, but I don't use those for canning a second time. Those just get used for storage.
You can use them a couple times, just so you know. If you had to.
That's what I did with the meatballs. Meatballs, I used several of the classical lids. And I did several different jars that my wife had brought up with the lug lids. Because I figured, all right, if it fails, it's going to go in the refrigerator, and those two boys are going to snarf the jar in one sitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I got to try that with. It never just occurred to me. My wife makes some kind of a holiday meatball with like jam and stuff. I think Tammy's like, ew, I don't like those. But
I don't like those.
she does them in a crock pot. They're good. And but they always taste better the second day because they soaked in the sauce. I'm like, huh, I should just have her give me a recipe, make the sauce. I'll put the meatballs in a pint jar and pressure can them. They'll be ready to heat and eat and nice and tender. Ooh, yeah, that'd be pretty good. Of course.
Well, because of the high sugar content, when you pressure can them, if you have to do it for the meat time, they're going
might burn. Yeah, I'll try one jar. See what happens.
Sorry.
Tastes like crap. I won't. Forget.
Wait.
It's like corn.
You could do it. Maybe you could do it for the soup time, but they'd have to make them pretty juicy.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I can just water bath it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That shit ain't
Be Amish. Be Amish.
Only when I have to. And I don't have to.
Oh, it's raining out here, and the neighbor is irrigating his corn with a big irrigation system.
The big sprinkler.
Yeah, so I'm looking out here, and I'm like, it's raining, but why does it look like it's spraying water? And then I realized because the big...
Hey, the farmers around here will do the same thing because there's no guarantee how much rain is coming down. So they go ahead.
We didn't get enough.
Yeah.
We didn't get enough, but we're getting that storm they just got in Wisconsin where it was throwing tornadoes and stuff. We're getting that today and tonight. So the wind earlier was really bad, and I didn't have to water my trees that I planted. I have 2 elderberry and 6 hazelnut. And then I had put my currants in the ground this year. So I have an apple tree I planted this year. So I've been going over and doing the herb garden and that garden, and everything else is on its own.
Oh, interesting. I gotta look out here. Did it rain? Because I was looking at the weather. It says 20% chance of rain before 7 p.m. Bill, it's 7. It's almost 7 right now, so it's got 3 minutes to rain.
Did it rain?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
It evaporated before it hit the ground.
My grandsons were out with me early this morning. I was out there early, working on stuff, and he walks out and he goes, "Holy moly, that's impossible! That's impossible! What? Look at all the sky. It's fog." No, that's not fog. That's smoke.
That's smoke.
Ooh.
That's smoke. That's smoke from California and
Canada,
Oregon.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm just looking at the weather here. Tonight, tomorrow, areas of smoke, 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow night, low is 59, patchy smoke. Wednesday, 30% chance of rain, then a slight chance of thunderstorms. Oh, our thunderstorms yesterday was like friggin' insane.
Yeah.
I posted a short video on it. A video on it, a 2.5 minute video, and it was like the poplar trees that weren't waving like this. They were like waving like that, and they come back up.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing this afternoon. I was like, we were driving home. My son was all like, and I'm like, oh, it's not bad yet. Not yet.
Talking on for the garden here, I don't know where it came from. We're not sure. I took several pictures, sent it to my wife. She's not sure what it is. She goes, it kind of looks like a raspberry. And I know I brought some raspberry in a couple pots up here, and they died. They didn't survive. I just dumped it out and stuff. But out in the orchard next to the cherry tree, right at the drip line, there's several things coming up, and it's about that tall, and it looks like raspberries. I felt being still nice and soft. The thorns they're still soft. Yeah,
they're probably wild ones because that's why raspberries and all those things grow on the edges of fields because that's where the birds sit and poop.
Yeah. So it's we're not sure what it is, and it gets a little bit taller. I'm going to dig it up and put it in a 5-gallon pot this time instead of a 1-gallon pot.
Yeah. So everybody, you got to think about that fact for a second. and it'll make you annoyed, is that you're picking raspberries on the side of the road. Those seeds came from a bird's butt.
Yeah. Hey, what about that coffee that the cat eats and the cat poops
It's
out?
the most expensive in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Tammy has a question. Tammy, Sandra has a question for you.
County.
Sandra,
Oh, county.
I prefer not to say it where other people can hear because I've had 2 personal stalkers.
Yeah.
One wasn't very good at it. He had to tell me he was stalking me, but yeah, I don't.
That was me. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it was an ex-boyfriend. He's like,
Oh, Jesus.
I went to where you were. I just about said where I worked. I went to where you worked every Wednesday to have lunch, hoping to see you for 2 years. I'm like, yeah, I ate in the lunchroom of upstairs. I didn't eat in the cafeteria downstairs. So like, he was a very good stalker.
Oh,
So I'm sorry, but I can't tell you.
She's in Michigan.
I'm in the upper middle of the lower peninsula. Somewhere.
Yeah.
All
right.
The ULP, the Upper Lower Peninsula.
If you friend me on Facebook, I will tell you. I'm not afraid to tell you. I just don't want just anybody to know.
And Howie finally made it in.
Howie.
And we're about ready to wrap it up here.
If you want her address, just text me. I got her address. I'm kidding. Tammy's going to
He's
reach for
selling
the
it
phone
on
and
eBay. No.
kill me. Uh-oh. Yeah.
All right.
It is. Blah.
Okay. Coming up here this week, tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping, the topic is how many vehicles for bugging out. And we go into, I'll be covering the logistics of, do you take 1, do you take 2, do you take 3, you know, how many vehicles you have in the family. Do you put 1 person in each vehicle? That's what we're going to be talking about. Throws tomorrow. Thursday night is the midnight ride on Gray Man Prepping. Friday back here on Camppatton is what are you doing now to better your homestead?
That's a good one.
And then Saturday on Gray Man Prepping, after a year of worldwide famine, what are your plans? And then next Monday is Mark's suggestion.
What'd I do?
What's in your flour?
Ew.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he sent me a video and everything. Yeah, so
I saw that.
Yeah. So that's going to be the starting topic for next Monday. We'll probably go for that for about 15, 20 minutes and then take a left turn.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll take a left turn right into everything you eat that has flour in it that you buy in the store.
Oh, no.
No, we'll take a right turn.
And we're all going to get sick.
You're talking to somebody in Michigan. Like, who would have thought that chocolate is a health food and lettuce is killing people? Like,
oh,
right.
Here's Mark was in on this already. The FDA apologized and retracted where and who that the tainted lettuce is coming from.
well,
we're sorry. We didn't mean to drive an entire industry out of business in a chain, but we're not really sure where it came from.
Yeah, I grow my own lettuce. I know where mine came from.
I grow lettuce too, but I don't eat it. I feed it to the chickens.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of lettuce. I mean, occasionally I'll buy a head of romaine in the winter because I don't have lettuce in the winter. But for the most part, I am eating out of my garden. We just planted for the fall 2 days ago. We just planted a whole row of lettuce where we took out the potatoes and spinach and Swiss chard. So I am like, got my greens. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying anything at the store this year.
I've mentioned.
Yeah, I got to wait another month here to plant any greens because it's too bloody hot out to plant anything. It'll bolt before it germinates.
We'll see. You know what? If it bolts, I've got 3 more packages.
Yeah. I've mentioned on both channels several times that my daughter's chickens are coming across the street and turning my garden over in the front,
Yes.
turning the garden over under the orchard. I didn't realize. I thought I rototilled all the old pumpkins that were out there in the front, and I thought I had pumpkins coming up. Evidently, there were a couple squash out there, yellow zucchinis out there, and I got some yellow zucchinis. I'm looking at, oh, cool, these are about ready to pick. Yesterday morning, the chickens got to them.
Yep.
Whoops.
Oh, I knew that half of the zucchinis were going to go to the chickens anyways. But since those chickens got that, there's been 4 times as many chickens coming over.
Yeah, time for a fence.
Yeah. Well, to me, this. I wasn't planning on harvesting any of that stuff except maybe a couple pumpkins for the grandsons, because I'm just trying to get the soil going again.
Right.
And it was like, holy mackerel! The zucchinis were going absolutely nuts out there, out on the edge next to the street. And they're just going nuts, and the chickens go ooh, and they started. One was about that big around and about that long, and now it looks like a banana split boat. Dish. It's been gutted.
Speaking of the stuff I brought from the recycle center, I brought home a ton of cardboard to do my pathways. So.
Yeah, cool. All right, folks, we're gonna wrap it up here now. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night over on Gray Man Prepping. For those that don't go there, it's Gray, the American way of spelling gray. Right. And be at the same time here, starting at 8 o'clock Eastern time. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for everyone sharing their dealing with jars and stuff in the side chat. And we'll see you later. Take care.
Have a good night.